advance.
ドラマチックに強くなれクロノアヒーローズ伝説のスターメダル
ヒーローになってやる
Wahoo! Get ready for an exciting adventure as you help Klonoa save Phantomile, a magical world created by everyone's dreams. Use the wind bullet to grab your enemies and wave your Wii remote to throw them. Shake your nunchuck to spin your enemies in a whirlwind and slow them down. You'll find new friends and enemies every step of the way. Help Klonoa save the captured dreams of Phantomile by jumping, floating, and throwing your way through 14 adventure-filled levels. And sharpen your battle skills as you face more and more difficult challenges, so you can save the world of Phantomile. Klonoa from Namco Bandai Games, only on the Wii.
And that's the one that we're playing.
That one's modern. You can tell by the technology.
Yeah.
Look at that fancy stuff going on there.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Oh, God. This is either going to be an extremely short stream or a really long one.
Boy.
I don't know what the in-between is. I'd like
Is
to
there an in-between?
No. No. No.
Pika believes in me. That's all that
God.
matters.
Yeah, specify which Kirby are you talking about, Pika? In this world, you gotta specify. I'm betting on Chaos. God. So yeah, it's definitely one of those. Yeah, just draw it all out by trying to get all the Dreamstones in all the different Moment levels. Oh God. Oh God, no.
No.
Kirby hasn't even looked like considered the Moment House. No.
No.
That sounds like a terrible idea. I love this game, and I say that's a terrible idea.
Let's do it. I mean, I considered, like, before the stream started, like, doing a bit of life grinding by just playing the first level over and over again. But then I was like, nah. I think I'm gonna try to beat Data Marluxia in Kingdom Hearts 2 instead.
The fuck? Why?
I got really close!
God damn it.
He was doing this much!
I'll nod and pretend like I know how much that value was.
It was like literally like just one more slap shot would have killed him.
Sure.
One more slap shot would have killed him.
A single more.
Yep.
It would have been fine.
Anyway, let's do this. Fucking
just let Popka fight her. Popka would kick anyone's ass.
Hell yes.
Popka kicks our ass.
Popka can beat Data Roxas for me.
Jesus Christ. Not Data Roxas. Monkey craft.
They did craft these monkeys we're seeing on the screen.
Single monkey.
Singular monk.
A monk monkey.
Monkey!
Mon Monkey. Mon Monkey sounds like it would just be the name of, like, a video game character anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
let's go see Mon. All right, which button press is it going to be this time? If any.
Ooh.
We're about to find out.
Banana.
Yeah. Oh, come on! Lolo has dead.
Tat, you kill Lolo?
Klonoa ponted it. Ponted it, yeah.
I have to kill fast and wind ring too slow.
All right, so we pass the chocolate chip cookies and we go to the other area.
Yep.
And now we're in oatmeal cookie territory.
Oh boy, that's why it's called the Kingdom of Sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are fucking called algaus?
Yes.
Well, it's plenty big enough, but look at the location.
Please, enough stay. Lunatea.
Names scary.
Abstain Biel. Lieutenant Dig for Sufana and sake.
Tat, I know that you're trying to be like supportive, but it really does look like it's like, and here's death.
And look at us here.
She's dying.
It's the Will Smith meme.
Fuck.
Little Clara. Ina, Poponelina, Piscana.
That wouldn't be right. That would be bad. No one likes to be sad.
Nobody. Ungood.
Satchirats.
My wounds.
Ow, my liver. Ow, my spleen.
My fresh lacerations.
Ow, my organs. My vital organs.
Oh no, my organs. Don't worry.
This is a different kind of pain. This is a new pain.
I highly doubt this.
Lois just like, yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Welcome to the Kingdom of Sorrow.
Nice place.
There are a bunch of really fun and interesting little bits of trivia about the Kingdom of Sorrow. For example, did you know that the Kingdom of Sorrow is not technically its real name?
Oh.
The Kingdom of Sorrow's real name goes by the pronunciation of High Huponia.
Shupo?
And you might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, that sounds kind of familiar. And Kirby,
Yeah.
you'd be correct. Not only does this share a name with, a creature of enormous, sadness for Klonoa specifically, the music in this area is also fascinating. Because at random points in time, you're going to hear musical tracks that sound familiar. But you're probably shit. But you might not be able to place immediately why, so allow me to give you this little bit of trivia for you. There are several tracks that actually are from Klonoa Door to Phantomile that will randomly start to play in the background of this particular level.
That's awesome.
You'll have Lolo's theme randomly pipe in here. And then the 3 songs from Door to Phantomile are Grandpa's theme, the Windmill Song, and the Song of Rebirth.
I'm noticing that the music is like not fitting where we are right now immediately. There is definitely something off-putting about it.
It's very uncomfortable, and it's done very intentionally. Oh, right there. There's one of the music tracks.
Yep. I did it.
Yeah, door's open. You can go now.
Oh. Hi, mister.
Hi.
Bye, mister.
You seem friendly. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those things, is it? Okay, cool.
Also, the other fun little piece of trivia about this musical track.
Damn it.
Yep. Is that if you actually play this song backwards, it's actually the theme of Cursed Leorina that was heard during that boss encounter that you had with her back on the Ark.
Oh! Neat.
Reorchestrated, but...
Damn it, God.
So much muddled emotions, all different points in time from not long ago, all resting here in the Kingdom of Sorrow. I bet this place really has really shit Yelp reviews.
Yeah, 2 out of 10, not sad enough.
Yeah, just, well... You know, I was expecting this place to be a lot more dreary.
Whoa!
Oh, God.
Oh, hey, it's the Sir Kipple.
Shit. Pika says, bring this up now. If you game over, remember to quit and not continue so that you can start the game over with 5 lives that you had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You only start with 3 lives and you reset.
Yep. Although everyone, although the game does technically, like every once in a while, it will give you some pity by giving you a bunch of life tokens.
Yeah. We. That's the console this game wasn't on. Oh, hey.
You heard it, didn't you?
I heard it. Stop it.
Stop messing with me. Thanks, game.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, I see an extra life over there. I want it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. And then they kiss.
Oh no, my neck is in the way.
Yeah. What? 2.
2?
2.
I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm out of here.
Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be like that, is it, game? It's gonna be like that, huh?
Oh, you like that then, huh?
Ooh, another extra life.
Thank God. Giant bitch, blow it up now.
Hold on.
Ah!
Okay, gotta go around the other way. Okay, that's a Sir Kibble.
Yeah, that's a Sir Kibble.
That's a fucking Sir Kibble right there.
What is that, the boomerang logo?
Coming right back.
We're not worrying about the doll. No, we are not.
No.
Oh no!
Doink.
There's also something really unsettling about seeing like certain things in the background, like that just random rocking chair and chimney back there.
Well, since you mentioned...
Yeah. It's almost as if this place is deliberately trying to fuck with you. How interesting.
Okay.
Wise guy, huh?
Nope, not good. Nope,
Oh,
that was not happening anytime today. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah!
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, and there's a boomerang guy over there. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take the hit. Because there's a heart right there. Give me.
Fucking.
Yeah, the architecture of this place is clearly trying to evoke something.
Yes.
And there is a very conspicuous wind.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Damn it.
At least the Sir Kibble didn't knock you off.
Yeah.
That
would have been cruel. Jesus
damn.
Christ.
You son of a bitch.
Oop, okay.
Hello, Zen.
Hello.
Hello.
God damn it. Jesus.
And there's Lolo's thing just then.
God.
I'm just trying to hit these green balloons with this Lisa Simpson doll thingy. Jesus. Super Lisa.
Oh.
Anomalisa.
Yeah. I did the it. Oh, okay. Oh. This, I see what they want me to do here.
Yes.
That's a tricky one, all right there. Wow.
Gotta love it.
Yep. Wow. Okay, so I want to get up here, obviously.
Yes.
And I gotta hit all three of these guys with the thing. But
Let me out. Stop it. No.
Klonoa, just get over the fucking... Okay, there we go.
Go over there.
Because I can't jump high enough to reach that. I gotta... Like, Jesus. Actually, Jesus Christ.
This is definitely a puzzle that I will admit, anytime I've had people play this game and they've talked to me about it, they overthink it.
I feel like I'm overthinking it, yeah.
You are. I can tell you right now, it is. Yeah, just think about the order by which you used your projectiles. shit. Not to worry, at least, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As much as the game gives you those, like, sweet epiphany moments, it also gives you the, oh, duh moments. I don't know what you'd call those.
I'm not expecting the guy to come back after I use him as a platform, but I guess technically he should come back because I didn't hit him with the glowing Lisa Simpson.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
No, don't play some nostalgic music for me. Stop it.
Oh,
Damn it.
oh yeah, baby. Oh, baby, a triple.
A triple. Come on. Come on. Jesus Christ. God. Come on, dude. We couldn't even plan that even if we wanted to. Oh.
Nope.
You know what? You're fine.
Yep. Yep. No, I'm good.
No. Yeah, what we did was a double. But what he did was a triple.
I'm good, thanks. Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, that's a sad mask. It looks like the spooky mask from Ocarina of Time.
It totally does. Oh.
Just gotta sell it to that weird graveyard kid.
Shit, the ice cream. I got ice cream on my walk up. No!
Oh no!
Not on the tablet. Clean it.
That's not how you draw. Fucking.
No. It's like that one part of the song Touch on the Random Access Memories album.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Oh, God. It just mixed with residual condensation.
Ew.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, gotcha.
Klonoa, man, this place is fucking with me.
No,
I hear
no,
all
no,
about the sad music from my past. Look. Oh, fuck. Save, actually. Fuck, what the fuck are you talking about? All I hear is clown music. Oh, thank you, game. Thank you for my chocolate coin.
Oh, no, no, no.
Why did I do that?
Why did I jump? Why did I jump?
I don't.
Why did I do that?
Why did I do it? Why did I do that? Why did I do? Darkness imprisoning me. All I see, all I hear, absolute horror. Pro games are an ocean violation, McMansion of fantasy architecture, and I mean that in the most full of love way.
I mean, yeah. Oh, hey.
Klonoa can't read chocolate, he's part cat. What is he?
Are we sure he's not, like, a rabbity thing? Like
Well, I mean,
Max
it
from
literally-
Sam and Max?
Well, the joke is that like Cabot is usually the joke name that's given to Klonoa.
That is acceptable.
It's like, what is he? Yeah. But Klonoa was a lemur.
You know what? That is also acceptable. Oops.
Shit!
Sorry, Rocket Man.
He's like Gonzo. He's a whatever. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No, shit.
At least this isn't like, oh damn it. At least this isn't over like some do or die platforming.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oop. Yeah, missed. Oh, okay.
Chocolate is not in the hierarchy of needs.
It is to me. Gotcha.
There we go. Up and over!
Leap this wall if you're so great.
I want to try to clear.
Ooh, I see an extra life over there. Gimme. And a yellow dude.
Yellow man. Yellow man.
Does that mean he's extra good at this? Oh. Lasts extra long?
Yes. That's extra
Oh.
long.
Two gold doubloons. Oh, you mean
And a mind full of sad thoughts.
this game being mean to me?
It wasn't me, Zin. I did not leave the oven on. What is it with this DNA depression sadness thing in the background? Come on, man. Blue fire means it's hot.
See, that's what DNA stands for. Depression nullifies adventure.
Jesus Christ.
Prove me wrong.
I can't, I mean... I can't.
Ooh.
Yeah. You thought it stood for deoxyribonucleic acid. False.
Incorrect, sir.
The Infinity Train would like to know the location.
I hate to break it to you, but I am actually one of the writers for Infinity Train. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
I can't believe it. Zero Kirby was Owen Dennis this whole time, and no one thought to ask. Shit!
ZK Owen was me.
Fucking God!
I'm pretty sure that's
Ow,
the wrong
my
one.
head! No, you got it. That's the right one.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, dude. It's 3D chess level of fun. Like, good lord. Holy shit. Oh wow, a Ferris wheel of angry boys.
Whew, I'm doing all right. Oh, goody. My favorite mechanic. Oh,
I
okay.
love chasms.
Well, I thought I saw what I had to do there. Ah, okay. Now I see what I have to do. Okay. Oh.
Oh, now you're gonna start going? Cool. Alright.
Here I go. Here I go. Oh boy. Oh. Jesus.
That's super!
Ah! Ooh.
Ugh. Okay.
This is
Okay.
Hey, I saw
Very
that in the
good.
trailer.
Yeah. You saw that in the thumbnail.
Ice cream castle's real. I did it!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Absolutely, Klonoa.
Who hooted? The Forgotten Path. I wonder why it's called that.
I don't remember.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hey, Polka. I'm glad you got my cool skateboard.
Yeah,
When
it
you
just keeps it with
force
you.
ya,
It's always in the ring.
use
I'm real Klonoa. Anybody want to go skateboards?
セフよワニマニループフィアラハブハッ
Let's
All right.
do it. Deliverance. Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ba-da-dun, dun, 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 dun.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh no! Oh!
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck you, game! Paprika?
Paprika. Yeah.
Oh my god. We're in the Blues Clues now. No. I don't think skateboards are conducive to thinking. This is not the same thing as a thinking chair.
What did you do?
I broke Klonoa. Ah, now we're in a Sonic Lost World level.
Yeah. Get to the first.
Jesus Christ.
Stroke.
Whoa. This is trippy as hell, though.
Yes, it is.
Damn it!
You bricked, Jesus.
The stream does not like the spinny bit. Okay, well. I don't think he's supposed to do that, but okay. This music's sick.
Yes, absolutely. Like, Jesus. Tell you what, the atmosphere in here.
Yeah,
Woo!
this is awesome. Whoa, boy.
Lean.
Whoa.
You're right, Klonoa. Pivot, pivot, pivot.
Yeah. Woo. I think I broke him.
What? Jesus.
Oh boy. Whoa.
Ooh. There's also something very, like, intimidating about being able to see the entire pathway in front of you.
Yeah. Oh boy. Woo. Oh. All right. Okay. Where am I going? Why am I doing this way? Why did I do this?
I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're going this way.
Wait. I'm not going backwards now, am I?
Technically, no. But actually, kind of, because that's what you came here for.
Oh.
Don't worry, it puts you pretty much right back.
Okay, good. Oh, I could take that path again if I hate myself.
Cool. I wanted more pain today.
Whoa!
Well, there you go.
Oh boy. Woo!
Wowee. Jesus.
Sonic Riders is okay, I guess.
Ice cream time.
No, I did die once, Pika. I did fall off. The Terminus of Tears.
Jesus.
Working title for Breath of the Wild 2.
Whew. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite track in the game.
Yumura V! Tigu! Fopuna! Magnifi toi Ukiaf. Rufu Fopo. Rupure Mari Anapa Krua. Lea Auda. Pepstona Figuna Belio. Yumu Lunatea Auda. Oni Nana. Manife Pluto. Manurada. Figuna Belio. Rufiara Urumutofia.
You're the un-me.
I wanted to say it so bad. You have no idea, but I'm like, oh man, I should wait until the boss fight starts because I don't want to undercut this moment because I'm pretty sure he'll get mad at me if I do that now.
No.
I do like his backwards necktie.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that he is dressed for Bring Your Child to Work Day.
Rufiara Marunafi. Yumura Manu Urute Paru Paru. Funi? Sea Lutiara. Utul Kuna. Wafuru. Gimura Afopo. Losura Ladu Lebuna. Adiastor Imudunanya. Legon. Vanilupia. Ufur Tenana. Up NF Uru Elnateo Fopo.
I tried clapping so fast and hard, my hands just started going in both directions. I wasn't clapping. Wait a second.
Elana Shake. Vafurio. Fatomilona.
Gesundheit.
Piana Onef Manuna Pau. Imunio Adu Kuriagu Elnara Purnumu.
Nani?
No.
Baguji?
What? Wasn't expecting that.
Urumu Fopona Manura. Piara Elnatura Manu. Uru Toa Rono. Piara Elna Arurupa. Hupona Manurono. Vanutaru. Uira Hururu Mu Amua. Taurik Pururu. Vahiru Armu Turupa. Elana Kura!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Damn. This guy might be sadder than me. You're right.
You're right.
I am sadder than you.
Hi, Chev.
Hello. Holy guacamole.
I can't see. Oh.
Oh boy.
I remember even as a kid being like, what is that? What am I looking at?
I don't rightly know. Oh boy.
Yeah, Scream. Yeah, I'm looking at it in the corner of my eye. Twitch is having a hard, rough time with this.
Yep.
Yeah, Sonic Colors is a good game.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what, sir? What the fuck? Is this your ass-kicking outfit or something?
Why are you wearing your butt-kicking clothes?
Bring me my red shirt.
Take that.
Popka, bring me my brown pants.
Shit's terrifying. Oh god. Jesus.
We're okay. Get away from me, you weirdo.
I wasn't expecting to fight the time eater.
What are pants?
Ugh, gotcha. Oh.
Why is it exploding?
I even got the Kingdom Hearts slow-mo effect and everything. That can't be it.
Baramiu.
Sob.
Baramiuma. Baramiu.
It makes me sad.
Nesolalahuma. Uimuanaba. Iruena.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
Hydro Storm! Hydro Storm! Ah, stop! Fuck! Stop that!
It is not by my hand humans once again give me flesh!
Human Farantonasha. New Clanton Popo.
That's the idea.
What? You can't just have your characters say how they feel? That makes me feel angry!
Kla! The Popo in Nava. Clear from Armand.
What am I fighting for?
Joria. Balki, Miro.
That's what indecision is. What am I fighting for?
Speaking of Discord. Exclamation Discord, join the Discord. Make her remember what the real world was about. Twitter, Tumblr, Discord, and Facebook.
So,
the bells of social media.
The Fifth Kingdom is my space.
Oh! Holy shit. God, God, God.
I don't want to be forgotten.
You're gonna attack him with the power of gay.
Oh my god! What about the squib? Oh god, okay, here we go. Whoa!
Whoops. I unplugged my headphones by accident.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm back. Tom from MySpace is out for revenge.
Oh no. Oh god. Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to do here? I don't know.
Help.
Help! Help me, help!
Help.
Yo! Ow. Okay.
Damn, we're alright. Pop those pimples.
Oh, okay, I gotta hit the green things. Got it. Gotta hit the
Kill
glowing.
these.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Ow.
Ow. Yeah! Ow! Ow, my body!
Okay. Oh boy. Ow.
Alright, we're okay, we're okay.
Oh, I was trying to go for the
Jesus.
heart. I was trying to get the heart. I didn't get the heart. Yeah.
His mother was killed by Dalmatians.
Oh no. We're fighting Corella DeVille.
Sure. Fine. You know what? Fine.
The best tragic backstory of all the Disney villains.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I absolutely will do an ending explanation.
Oh god.
Just like I
Oh
did
boy.
with Lord of Phantom.
Take that. Got him. Got him. Oh boy. Woo.
This week on Ending Explained.
Oh Jesus. Going fast now. Stop it. Damn it.
Jesus.
Oh,
Ooh, coin.
give me the chocolate. Oh, Jesus.
Asshole.
This dude is rude. God. Oh boy. Oh god.
Alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay.
Ooh. Oh, damn it.
To be honest, Emerald, I'll probably read that document just so that just for consistency's sake.
Oh god. I want the heart. 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 Give me. Yes. Thank you. Oh. Boy, he ain't gonna make this easy, is he?
Ah!
Woo. Got him. Got him.
Ow! I'm blue now.
Oh my god. Oh.
Ooh.
He's got even more fucking spitty things. Oh god.
Why are you combusting, nerd?
Ow. Dick.
Because he's so sad. Alright. Help, I'm being bullied for existing. Oh. No. Shit. So close.
Oh, whoa! Woo. Yes.
There you go. What? Why do you know? Why do you know? Why do you know?
Woo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Insult to injury, I guess.
Hell yeah. Yo, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world.
Wimna. Rakuldu.
Is this just the more emotional version of Infinite? I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yurava.
I can't read that moon speak.
류 바라뮤 드난 르야 바라뮤 드난 유캬흐 뉴무리나 위나 라쿨드 뉴무피나 엘나오노 투라피 유무르 으라 으브라 류 드론 코리나 엘나 우르무 마니라 크로아 류 에라피 마니 파라뮤 와니르프 위르아라 르뿔드르 트라하 히아라 라드
Thanos.
Mr. Klonoa, I don't feel so good.
Oh god.
Ah, the sadness skittle.
Yeah. Grape.
Lunatea Lucana na
She's lost a lot of blood. She's delirious.
Auro Aung
A lot of blood.
Question mark?
와우 무광구 구려라 아와잉
Owine.
리나 르
How? Where?
Citation needed.
Yeah.
Save complete!
Owine.
That looks very weird.
Yes.
It's a bit of a project, but it's a good fixer-upper, I think. We'll be able to flip it in no time.
Yeah.
레올리에라 님 쿠나포모나세인
I was kidding.
No, yeah.
일니한텐 레지 시스터 아들리온 마슈윙 윈당
Ah.
유무 아흐루라 리오노 포타토 류야 인포아타 니누레스 이나타 엔파나 엔레지야 방 리그포프 흔하댔다
I mean, he'll fucking lose it if you don't get Priestess.
로 우르푸르 아드 위나필토 루트라 파
Because I'm trying to fucking sleep.
리나 냥 루나티아 세카파나 크라라 임루루트라
That's a good question.
로 와다 비메메스 샤나트 샤나트 비메 이레메지 루나테 상 엘렌제 크라라 나시 아윈 리스타 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 finish kind of Lunatea.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the kind of the whole point of the adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Homeless cabin.
Go. Loser! 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 Clara! Go.
Crazy bitch.
Uira to Popo. Popol Avrapol. Wario. Kurio Sanan Popolua. Wimulua Fram. Yurhi.
It's gonna be okay. Do you believe me? Ah! Grabs Klonoa's ear.
Manya.
Trappa.
By Polka, I guess. Yeah, fuck you too!
There you go.
We
Also, I want
did
to talk
it.
about this. Kumiko Watanabe,
Yeah.
the person who voices Klonoa. That's also the person who voices the young Goron in Breath of the Wild.
That's great.
the descendant.
Sorry. Yunobo?
Yes, Yunobo. Thank you. So yeah. To answer the couple of people's questions as it has been presented, yes, that is the ending of Lunatea's Veil.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this was actually brought up originally in the Discord, but it has also been something that has been talked about for many years. So allow me to say this first and foremost. Yes, this game does not have the same punch as Door to Phantom did. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think any other games in this series should have that kind of punch again, because that's what makes the ending of the first game so memorable in terms of that twist.
Yeah.
Right?
Trying to do it
Something-
again would kind of undercut it.
It would definitely undercut it, like, quite significantly. Ask yourself this question. Why does the King of Sorrow look the way that he does? Doesn't he remind you of Klonoa specifically, what his appearance in Phantom Isle looked like? Oversized collar, long ears. Not only that, the color scheme is based on Hupo.
His eyes are a little different as well. They're kind of like a cross between his eyes in this game and his eyes on the first one.
Precisely. See, this is the other thing that I find, Klonoa regrets things. Like, that's one way of using that as an interpretation. But here's the other thing that you also need to remember, one very specific thing about this game. Oh, look at the screen!
Is a Babo!
He's small!
Is a Babo evil Klonoa?
Baby! Tiny baby boy, baby.
I think it kind of reinforces the theme that, like, you know, sadness is important, and like Klonoa says at the end of the game, like, as long as you remember this sad moment, you know, you'll always be with me. You'll never actually forget me. Klonoa at the beginning of this game has no memories, but there's this kind of anti-Klonoa that's it kind of, and this whole like last world kind of bringing back. It's like even though he quote unquote forgot, he didn't really forget, and he still kind of feels that sort of sense of loss, even though he doesn't remember what he lost. It's still there. What?
Good morning.
What?
uh,
I wasn't
What's wrong?
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, allow me to also dive into a couple other things here. I know that I'm going to go into a lot more detail about this when I do eventually get around to doing a story surgery video about it. But there's a lot of different things that the one theory I remember reading about years upon years ago was that the version of the King of Sorrow that we saw was from Klonoa's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And that
That's
King
no
of Sorrow,
guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no guarantee. I think it's a really neat idea, though. That
I was gonna say it's no guarantee that's what he actually looked like.
Yes.
We don't know what Lolo or even Polka or Leorina saw.
Yeah. Thank you, Red. So, you know, like it is a warped reflection of himself with similarities to the Phantomilian appearance. So the king's goal is really interesting to think about when you look at the situation from the king's perspective. First and foremost, Leorina's line directed at the king of "you isolated yourself from the world thinking that you were the only one that was sad." I genuinely think that's a misread from Leorina, because they were consumed by sorrow. Their perspective on it is completely muddled because, you know, they were overtaken by an overwhelming sense of sadness.
Yeah.
He was mentally connected to somebody who was literally the purest form of sorrow in this world. So, secondly, the king didn't hide himself away. He was pushed out. The world didn't really forget sorrow, they simply didn't want it. This is noted when the trio are in Volk, and Klonoa notes that all the kingdoms that they've visited so far are based on a singular emotional state. La Lakusha is tranquil, Joliant is joyous, Volk is constantly warring, and Mira Mira is constantly indecisive. Each kingdom blissfully ignorant to the fact that the other ways of living are out there, retrospectively, overly docile, overly jubilant, overly destructive, destructively belligerent, and uncomfortably reluctant.
Yeah.
Hell, don't you find it strange that the fifth bell had a statue of Claire the Ancient built on top of it? A person who became a goddess when she was, as Popka says, quote, purged of all evil. Isn't that a little odd that you need all four elements of emotions from each of the four visible kingdoms to reveal the fifth bell at all? Doesn't that imply that at one point in time, 4 of the 5 kingdoms conspired against Huponia based on the idea that they didn't want to allow sadness to be a part of their lives, ergo, their kingdoms?
It's kind of fucked up.
This is a rhyming convention that was seen with Gaudius in Phantomile. Both the king and Gaudius were actual inhabitants of the worlds they belonged to, but the rest of the world sees them as bad and don't want them around. Gaudius's retaliation to returning to Phantomile to enshroud Phantomile in endless nightmares was him saying, fine, you want to fear me? I'll give you a reason to fear me, and became the monster that everyone thought he was. The King of Sorrow's retaliation and return to all the sword to give it back was them saying, pretending sorrow doesn't make you happy. All it'll do is hurt more when I give it back to you. The reason why Klonoa is in Lunatea at all is because of the King of Sorrow. He's the one who called Klonoa there.
I mean, that's why he pops out of the Sea of Tears.
Exactly! The Sea of Tears! Interesting. The thing that you had to go down to the bottom of in order to get to the Kingdom of Sorrow at all. Like, it's never explicitly said how long Klonoa had been cast out of Phantomile. And I noted this in Kirby's stream that actually you can line up the end of Door to Phantomile with Lunatea's Veil, and they thematically work perfectly well. Fantastic. Like it works shockingly well. Additionally, the king's line of "It was I who brought you here, Dream Traveler, this far, so that you can atone for the sins of this world" is commonly misconceived. Many people have talked about this over the years. Many people. I've had many discussions with people over the years. It is constantly misconceived because people think of atoning as paying, like within this context, to make amends. The king doesn't actually want to destroy the world. Like that won't do anything. He wants the people to remember that he's there. Every kingdom you went with had a bell that you rung, and an element came out. This perfect glowing skittle came out. When you rang the bell, no element came out. When you talked to the King of Sorrow, they disappeared and turned into the element of sorrow. This was literally an example of this element creating a body for itself. This was one individual carrying the entire world's amount of sorrow on their shoulders to the point where they couldn't do it anymore. They reached a breaking point, screaming out into the void for somebody to help them. And who should show up but a dream traveler who could solve the problem? Out of the void comes this dream traveler who recently was enwrapped in sorrow that completely consumed them without any ability to grieve what had happened. All the King of Sorrow had to do was say, "Help me," and the dream traveler, whose heart was weighed down by sadness, came bursting out of the sea of tears. In Door to Phantomile, Klonoa's internal conflict was introduced at the very end of the story, only addressed after the day was saved. The nature between trust and truth. Klonoa had no reason to believe that his friend would lie to him. He trusts that there would be no ulterior motive at play. The truth, however, was that he was being used to benefit others, and once the mission was complete, he was no longer needed. What was so brilliant about that twist was that we learned this. As the audience, we learned this with Klonoa. We experience it at the same time, have the same emotions that he has in that moment, which feels so much more realized and personal. If we knew that Klonoa was the outsider to Phantomile from the very beginning, it would have had lessened the gut punch.
As well, yeah.
It would have lessened the gut punch at the end. We would have been anticipating it. To make matters even more soured, it's only after the story's over do you realize what Hupo actually forced Klonoa to do. Gaudius wasn't welcome in Phantomile, despite being a native of that world. When Gaudius was set to return, Hupo brought in Klonoa to defeat Gaudius so that Phantomile could stay in a state without fear. Of all the times Hupo could have revealed this information to Klonoa, he waited until the last possible second to bombshell these revelations, giving no time for Klonoa to process anything before being violently ripped out of the world that he was convinced was his home. In Lunatea's Veil, Klonoa's internal conflict is about his ability to empathize with the King of Sorrow. This is the nature of acknowledgement versus acceptance. To acknowledge that sorrow is a part of somebody is a part of a person is what is one thing entirely. But allowing that sorrow to take a place in your heart means that sorrow has purpose. Feeling grief, sadness, or regret caused by loss, affliction, or disappointment allows these events to have meaning in your life. A world without sorrow means that you could not lament about something once it's gone. The end of a friendship, the death of a loved one. You wouldn't be able to give yourself the time to mourn what was no longer there. You just move on to the next thing without reflecting on what was lost and why it was important to you. In Phantomile, Klonoa was the foreign entity he believed in a world that he believed was his home, and once the world was saved, he was cast out. In Lunatea, the king was a domestic entity that the world rejected simply for existing. It's an apples and oranges comparison. While they might be different in theme and structure, that doesn't stop Klonoa from acknowledging that he and the king have similarities. And I think that is really poignant from the last couple of words that Klonoa says to the king that drives us home. Quote, "The world won't forget sorrow. No one will run away anymore. We've come too far to turn back." Klonoa doesn't see the king as an evil being. Do you know what he sees? He sees this person as an equal, an echo of Gaudius, outcasts in a world that both need them but reject them. Klonoa is saying to the king what he would have wanted to hear if their roles were reversed. What Klonoa might have said to Gaudius if he knew the truth of who Gaudius was. All of this comes to a head when you realize that once the king vanishes, he turns into the element of sorrow. That was the goal of the story. It was never about saving Lunatea from a kingdom that aims to destroy the world. It was to help the person who called out for Klonoa's help in the first place, to help the world remember that this emotion is a part of everyone, and pretending that it isn't makes things worse for everyone involved. Rather than being forcibly removed from that world that he just helped, which you could say is the thematic opposite, as these characters want him to stay in this world, Klonoa recognizes that he has a title and he needs to take it into his own hands. The person who needed his help was given help. The world they inhabit, along with all the people, are now better off with Klonoa's help. The dream was over. It was time for Klonoa to wake up.
You know what this whole discussion is kind of making me want? Kind of wish there was a third Klonoa game that kind of follows this logical through thread from and kind of delved into guilt.
Woo!
Cause like
completely agree with you.
Cause that's the whole thing. Like all these kingdoms are losing themselves to their emotions because they don't have this one big emotion that tells them, hey, you shouldn't be stuck doing this. You should probably do something else sometimes. And, you know, it's kind of implied that Hupo feels guilty at the end of the first game, so I mean...
don't care! Hupo's an asshole!
Yeah, okay, fine. I'm just saying, it's kind of implied that he's feeling a little guilty at the end of the first game.
No, absolutely. Yeah,
and
you can tell...
Klonoa's also probably also feeling guilty by proxy, even though it quote-unquote wasn't his fault, he still quote-unquote did it.
Yeah.
Like...
He realizes what he just did, probably.
And...
You know what, let's go back and find Hupo.
And like...
Survivor's guilt. Thank you, Zin. That's absolutely correct.
Like, I genuinely think, like, if there was a third, like, chapter to, like, this Klonoa series, this particular series of Klonoa games, it probably would have focused on guilt.
Yes.
And it focused on guilt and, like, responsibility.
Resurrect Gaudius. Oh, God. It's just...
Because, like, that just feels like the next logical step.
Luna's just at the gates. Let me in! Let me in! Can we all just go to Bandai Namco headquarters? I'll collectively go there. Oh,
yep.
God. I just... also, yes, thank you, Ice, for reposting the your sketch of the King of Sorrow. That's fantastic. I just... The thing that I find so fascinating about this series, specifically with Door to Phantomile, and now that you've finished Lunatea's Veil, is it's something that I've mentioned before, but I can at least talk about it at least now a little bit more openly, in that both of these games do a really interesting idea where the antagonistic characters in these two games specifically are anthropomorphized renditions of emotions. Specifically, emotions that people usually would consider to be negative ones. Gaudius was the embodiment of fear. The King of Sorrow is the literal embodiment of sadness. These are things that people, quote-unquote, don't like feeling. But in reality, people need to understand that, these are really important emotions just across the, like, I would say just like for normal human existence, just in general, but like with character development as well. Fear, yes, it makes you feel smaller. It makes you feel like more sensitive.
But you need it so
But
that you don't do stupid shit.
It stops you from biting off more than you can chew. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't jump off this cliff. Maybe let me just double check real quick to make sure that, my parachute is properly packed.
Or it can motivate you to do great things out of for other, like, oh, I am afraid that person's going to get hurt. I'm going to jump in to save them.
Right. Hell, the fear of staying still.
Yeah.
That people, like, that's also another rendition of that. Just because you're courageous doesn't mean that you don't still have fear in your heart and whatnot.
Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting in the face of fear.
Exactly. And then when it comes to like sorrow, like, I remember having this revelation many years later that I realized how sad this was once I realized it, which is, this is an entire, like, Lunatea is an entire kingdom, that has no sorrow whatsoever. What does that mean for the people in the city or in the kingdom of Volk?
I mean, they're always angry all the time. And
they're killing each other.
Because they're just always angry, and they never feel sad about killing each other because they're always angry. So they want to kill each other. Because, hey, you killed my friend, I'm going to kill you now. Instead of, oh, this war is killing us.
I should be sad.
Man, I really want to stream Xenoblade 3 now.
It's fascinating when you have the ability to look, now that you recognize that, and you look back at all the different kingdoms that we visited, and you suddenly realize why the emotions that are like the most predominant thing in those kingdoms are the way that they are. Lalakusha is overly tranquil. They're a kingdom that is always laid back, always like, you know what, things will happen, and if it happens, it'll just be the way that it is, and we just have to like roll with the punches. The Weed Kingdom. And then, we go over to Joliant, which, I mean, that's a kingdom that at first glance you'd be like, oh, well, like that's, oh, everyone's always happy, everyone's always joyous, what's the problem with that? It's like, the problem with that is, eventually you realize that these people aren't allowing themselves, it's toxic positivity. These are people who are constantly, always at 100% happy all of the time, always cheering, always clapping, always dancing, always singing. And the realization that, like, that's probably a part of that world that if they could have gotten away with it, they probably would have, where there are literally people who will just pass out.
It's excess.
Yes.
Sloth, gluttony, wrath.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And then you have Mira, the Kingdom of Indecision, which is, these are literally people who will literally stay indoors and stare at reflections of themselves and be content with that. Well, I could do something else, but yeah. There's a lot of really fun, interesting things that you can like dissect with these particular like different areas and whatnot. But again, bubbling back around to it, I do remember people being they were a little, because here's the deal. Yes, I'm not afraid to admit that the final boss with the King of Sorrow is not the most mentally taxing. It's not the most difficult final bosses, but I consider it being a situation where I don't like, I know that the stigma is like, okay, you face this final character and that is that is the thing that ends the game. But the way that I have always thought about it is, the King of Sorrow is not really the final boss. The entire Kingdom of Sorrow is the final boss.
Yeah.
It's every aspect of what you learned in this game being put into one location. Because in reality, because that's the other thing that's worth pondering, is you're not like, all you're really doing is like, the king is the one that brought you to this world to begin with. All you're really trying to do is being like, dude, I'm willing to help you get out of your bubble. Get out of the bubble. Do you have any idea how much shit I went through just to climb your damn tower?
I had to suffer on a boat for the longest time.
Yes. Asshole, you put me on the ark. Twice. And the second time, you were a butthole about it.
It was pain.
Arthur, get out of the tank. No, you're not my dad. King, get out of the bubble. No, you're not my dad. I'm in a bubble and you're not. The difficult thing about the first phase is on the eyes. Yeah, that definitely. Because that's the fun thing, is that it's also really interesting to see how much of the game was changed from start to finish in terms of like how it was remade. Mm-hmm. Because there were a couple of interesting things that I always thought that were strange. That small graphical changes here and there. Like, yeah, there were some visual changes that were done here and there that I'm like, okay, it was a different take. It was a different interpretation of this. But I remember there being one change that I actually was kind of genuinely a little bummed that they did do. There's that whole sequence at the end where the king is like monologuing directly to camera, and it keeps like jump cutting closer and closer and closer to him. In the original game, that final jump cut is right up in his face. I mean, like, you don't even get to stick your hand out full swing, and you just would be making full contact with them. There's something about that I always thought was really shocking. Really uncomfortable, like extreme close up. Whoa! But you know, then there also was the other small change. I don't know if Luna picked up on this either, but in the original version, when Klonoa looks at Lolo for the last time, tilts his head, closes his eyes, smiles, and says thanks. In the original version, a single tear drops out of his eye.
Oh.
And it's like, it's a small little thing. And it's like, oh, you know, like, it's kind of sad because because I think in that moment, it really, even though Klonoa is like, hey, remember this moment and, you know, we'll never really be apart. And in reality, that really is Klonoa basically being like, I recognize that there's a very high possibility I am never seeing you again.
That would have been, yeah, that would have, actually removing that tear is a bad thing. Yeah, because that kind of reinforces the idea, that reinforces the lesson.
Mm-hmm. And like, who knows? Maybe it is there, but the bloom got in the way.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's not there, which is a bit of a bummer. But still, it was. I think the most important thing for people to acknowledge specifically is that when it comes to the King of Sorrow themselves, yes. Does the game feel like it kind of abruptly ends? Yeah. But once you kind of examine these things and you realize, oh, of course the game ends there. That literally was the problem that Klonoa was brought here to solve. He just didn't realize it yet. He lacked the context to know what his job was in this world. Everyone else around him was saying, oh, you're here to save the world, save the world, save the world. And it's like, technically, that is true, but in reality, it's not about saving the world and like from a bad, like from an evil entity. It's saving the world by letting them acknowledge that, hey, you can't ignore this anymore. You're literally forcing one person to deal with the entirety of sorrow as a whole. This one person is completely shouldering everybody's sadness, and the only reason why that's happening is because you're fucking forcing him to.
That's a lot of sad.
Remember how I said in the Sonic Forces story surgery that I thought would be a really cool idea? That what if the Phantom Ruby created a defensive outer shell in the shape of a person? Ta-da! This is literally what the element of sorrow did. It literally created a body. That, as my personal like theory that I like more than anything, is literally dependent on who's looking at it. Lolo literally could have seen a version of herself. Popka could have seen, like, I don't know, a bag of popcorn with nothing in it. I don't know. He's weird. But like, it's fascinating. Like, or hell, like, yeah, it's a clown, literally a clown. It's, or like, and that's the other thing is that I think that would be, if I were to do this myself, I think that would have been like a really interesting thing to do, is have this element where what happens is that it's a camera shot that the camera is behind Lolo, Klonoa, and Popka, looking at the King of Sorrow in the distance on the other side of that crater. And as the camera pans over, you know, the backs of Lolo, Klonoa, and Popka like will wipe the screen from like left to right, or right to left even. And as it passes over, when that character clears the screen and like wipes over the King of Sorrow, you then briefly get to see who that character is seeing with their eyes. It's a small little thing that showcases that sorrow is not something that is a boiled down element. It is something that is completely interpretational and is dependent on like piece by piece. And I have had people who have said like, oh, well, how can that be possible? Because in the credits, there's that sequence of like the baby King of Sorrow, and he looks the same way. To that I say, yes, but consider who literally helped them save like the entirety of Lunatea by helping them remember sorrow. The king would probably want to take on the image of the one who helped them, at least to some degree. Also, the baby King of Sorrow was also like happy and shit, so whatever. Turned into a marketable plushie.
The King of Happy.
My god. It's almost as if now you're going to have 5 kingdoms that are completely capable of any emotion. My god.
So our next stream is Inside Out.
Yes, we're playing Disney Infinity.
Yep.
But only the Inside Out sections.
Did Disney
Incoming
Infinity?
sketch.
Did Disney Infinity have Inside Out characters?
Yes.
It did?
Yeah. I know this because I remember seeing the little statues for anger, sadness, and joy at the store so many years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about Disney Infinity. Except that it had the Lone Ranger in it, somehow.
Yes, please take a moment to look in Chalk Zone.
Yes, yes.
Wow, y'all really must really hate clown music.
Mm-hmm. Clown music make me sad.
Also, yes, in Don't Spoil It, Luna went ahead and posted the original close-up of the King of Sorrow because it's just right up in there. It's like, whoa, okay. But I find this series so fascinating. Just in general. It has so many different aspects and angles to this that I'm just so, God, I'm so enamored with it. And like you said, I would absolutely love to see a continuation of some regard. I mean, again, here's the deal.
I mean, hopefully Fantasy Reverie does well enough that, you know, they'll consider reviving the series.
I'm pretty sure.
Because, I mean, that's
sure
kind of what happened with Crash.
Yeah.
the Ensign trilogy, and that's kind of what happened with SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated did so well, they're doing another fucking SpongeBob game. Crash Insane trilogy did so good, they made Crash 4.
Yeah. The publisher is Bandai Namco.
That's why Klonoa has a Pac-Man on his hat.
Mm-hmm. And a Pac-Man on the board.
Yep.
Here's the deal. Because of how this series, how Fantasy Reverie was like functioned, and where it was placed, and how it was on every platform just across the board, I'm pretty sure this immediately became the best-selling game in the entire franchise.
I mean, it definitely did.
Like, without a doubt.
I'm pretty sure
it
did pretty good.
I think we've talked about it at length, saying that, like, hey, you put any franchise on the Switch, it's going to sell gangbusters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually curious. Sales. Wonder if there is a sales number yet. According to earlier, this is back in July. According to earlier reports, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series managed to sell at least 1 million copies on Steam upon its release.
That's the Steam version.
That's just one aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, according to Wikipedia, the game made number 5 in the UK sales chart in its first week, with 52% of the sales being on the Switch and 33% being on PlayStation 5. In Japan, the Switch version sold 9,602 copies within its first week, making it the 5th best-selling retail game of the week in the country. Yeah, it's still a little too early to like say like how well it is doing just like across the board technically, but I still think, I mean, God almighty, it was trending on so many social platforms for weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
Like, pretty confident in saying it did good.
I'm pretty sure it did. Like, it did exactly what it needed to do.
Yeah.
And that, in my eyes, that was just putting the Klonoa series in the minds of more people. And again, here's hoping that this means that what's going to happen is now people are now going to be able to like look at this series and be like, hey, you know, I want more in this series. And, you know, I know that I had also talked about it before, but allow me to briefly mention this. The spin-off games, specifically ones that are like Dream Champ tournament and Moonlight Museum, and you know, games of that nature, those are what you'd kind of consider somewhat canon. And by that I mean many of them straight up like break canon.
But it's okay because it's all dreams.
That's sure.
If I recall correctly, like the continuation comic that Shifty Look did before Shifty Look got shut down, it kind of tried to reconcile all of those into a single canon.
That was weird because the way that it tried to reconcile that was by breaking the canon even more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, if I keep breaking the arm and wrap it back around, it'll eventually reset itself. That's how you just super break an arm. But it's strange because there are
everything is canon. It's like Star Wars before Disney bought it. Everything's canon, including Soul Calibur 4.
What? No.
And that means technically Hyrule is canon in the Star Wars universe because of Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, Moonlight Museum, Empire of Dream Champ Tournament, Beach Volleyball, and Legend of the Star Medal. They're somewhat canon.
I think an advanced collection would be good.
I think that would be really cool to see. Hell, give us I mean, fuck it. I don't know how you do it specifically, but like the Fantasy Reverie series collector's edition or something, or
Yeah.
like downloadable, or just give us DLC for Fantasy Reverie series that just puts those games in the collection. I'll buy all that shit again for every platform again because I'm that desperate.
It would be really cool to see like official translations for Moonlight Museum and Legendary Star Heroes.
Yeah. You got to give us that F-bomb, man.
Gotta give us that F-bomb.
So yeah, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so that's me talking at length about the Klonoa series. Kirby,
I mean,
what's your consensus?
my thoughts on Klonoa. So I definitely like the gameplay because it is simple. It's a simple mechanic that gets used in so many good creative ways, and it just keeps ramping up and up and up and up as you progress through the game. It's just really solidly put together. I will say Klonoa 2's levels get a little long in the tooth
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
It is a console game instead of a portable game. So, and it also is like rise of the PS2 era, so games are trying to be bigger and betterer, so that's probably why. But at the same time, some of the levels probably could have been cut apart a little bit better.
They could have been split up or shaved down.
Some better pacing because it feels like it tries to stick to the Act 1, Act 2 boss structure that Klonoa 1 had.
Yes.
But I think it breaks that mold enough times that they could have just, like, instead of doing 1, 2 levels, maybe do like 3 or occasionally 4 levels in each world and then have a boss instead of trying to stick to this like rigid structure.
Agreed, absolutely.
So I think overall Klonoa 1 definitely has like better pacing than Klonoa 2, but Klonoa 2 like evolves on the gameplay of Klonoa 1 in so many significant ways that I would say it is probably in the end a better game,
right,
than Klonoa 1.
I think in companionship to each other, they thematically, gameplay wise, narratively, they all, you can feel a nice progression. Yeah. And then so much so that you feel the rise, and then you're just like, so where's part 3?
Yeah, the Klonoa's the stories are also really good. I like that they provide like a simple concept that again like just evolves over the course of the story, and then at the end you just get hit with bombshells like, oh, this is actually a lot more complex than I was expecting.
Yeah. And yeah, Red, it's for me specifically, I don't necessarily think 1's ending is better than 2's just because it doesn't have like
it's punch. Just I think different.
They end exactly the ways that in my mind they're supposed to.
The tone is supposed to be different between the two.
Mm-hmm. If you're expecting the ending to have the same bombshell, yeah, it loses the feel because like I feel like a lot of people who feel that Lunatea's veiled. Yeah.
Like the hero's journey is like the key focus of both games, but crucially in the first game, it's a lie.
Yeah.
The second game, it's not a lie. It's more a case of just this is the way the world's kind of built itself to be, as opposed to 1, which is actively like you're getting fucked with.
Like the what they could have done is added being who is responsible for beings like Klonoa coming to retrieve him at the Okay, but here's the deal, Red, is that specifically the idea of Klonoa being a dream traveler in and of itself, the way that this series is kind of set up to be kind of similar in structure as something like an anthology series, it's strange because I get what people mean by this. Like they think, oh, well, what is this world like, or like what is this character? Why does he do what he does?
Kind of trying to do the
And
Zelda thing where it's the same story, it's just different generations and different cultures are telling it.
yeah, and it's like
I
it's worth
mean,
mentioning that like that's a tricky thing to try to do in this kind of space because
yeah.
especially with the Zelda series. Um let it be kind of understood and known that before a certain part in the series like chronological releases, there was no like large overacting like thread line of it being like the descendants of in that particular way.
I mean, there was a loose timeline. Like, people knew
There
that
was.
Zelda 3 happened before Zelda 1. People knew that Ocarina of Time happened before Link to the Past.
Yes.
But, I mean, it wasn't like a hard set in stone thing.
Yeah.
And you could basically get the idea that, like, Zelda 1, Zelda 3, and Zelda 5 were, quote-unquote, the same story, just told differently over the ages.
Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty cool way to look at the Zelda series
Sure.
compared to everything has to be on an official timeline, but that's just
Yeah. It's also worth mentioning that Klonoa follows a really interesting like structure as a character because he's essentially a wandering gunsman. He's a dude who goes into a wild western town, helps the town with the bandits, and once the problem solves, he leaves. Yeah,
is
he Lone Rangers this.
Who was that masked man?
Yeah. Who was that ring bearer? But what's the proof that he loses his memories, though, Red? At no point in time in Lunatea's Veil's story is there ever a mention that he doesn't remember where he came from.
He never ever really talks about Phantom Isle, though.
No. Yeah, he was forced to in Phantom Isle, but again, as much as I say that there is a no, so here's the deal, Red. Like you have to remember that in Door to Phantom Isle specifically, Hupo, the small blue asshole, literally fucked with Klonoa's memories, forcing him to forget who he was. That was literally Hupo being like, oh shit, this dude may not want to help me because he might realize that what we're doing is actually not the greatest thing. So let me just rub his brain really hard. And literally, when the game begins and there's that whole like, oh, I found a ring in the forest, and oh no, I'm having a dream of a dark cloud. Oh, I woke up in bed. Like that, when Klonoa wakes up in bed, that's actually when he arrives. The dream that he had was Hupo being like, see, we have all these different kinds of memories. Don't you remember me? And Klonoa goes, I guess so. Oh shit, the mountain exploded. Let's go. Also, hello, Jellyfish.
Yetifish.
Jellyfish. What about his grandpa? That's right, Soda. You weren't here for that. Is there ever so here's a fun question for you, Soda. Was there ever really a grandpa?
Was there a grandpa?
Was that another person that Hupo fucked with their memories to make them believe that they were Klonoa's grandpa? Is that just a random dude who like had what happened to him in that story?
Do you
Because
think that's
Hupo-
air you're breathing now?
Grandpa for hire? Yeah, the Kingdom of Sorrow is literally called Huponia. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, frick. Or here's the other one. Here's the other aspect that you could think about it, Soda. Is it possible that Klonoa wept over a grandpa when in reality, if you were to actually look at things outside of the perspective, Klonoa's literally holding nobody? He's weeping over somebody who literally wasn't there.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Because you think about it, you go back and you look through the story and you go, okay, well, no. The Grandy and Forlock mentions a grandpa. So obviously the grandpa must be acknowledged. To that I say, no. That is an example of Klonoa saying that he left the pendant with his grandpa. Grandy is just going like, oh, you have a grandpa. Okie dokie.
Well, of course you have a grandpa. Everybody has a grandpa.
Jellyfish, literally, that like once we started playing through it, I was like, I'm listing off all the trivia. I'm going through all the different aspects and talking about this, that, and that. It was like, oh yeah, no, Grandpa's theme, Lolo's theme, the windmill theme, like all these ones are like playing in the background. You play the song backwards, it's actually Curse the Arena's theme played backwards. Oh god. Oh my god.
It's some good shit.
It's fantastic. It truly is fascinating to see how it was done like that. And I just am so So yes, specifically Red, that's how it functioned from like Door to Phantom onward, is that I live for Klonoa's subtle character development. It's my passion, I swear. I'm right there with you, Jellyfish. Literally making a video that's probably going to be like 2 hours long talking about it.
And it's this one right now.
What? Oh god, that would have been crazy, wouldn't it? We end the Klonoa to Lunatea's Veil stream with the revealing of the new story surgery video.
Oh,
that would have been neat, but you know what? That's story surgery live. We'll do that for something else.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really enjoyed the trip into Klonoa. This is good stuff.
I'm live surgery on Klonoa.
Very
Klonoa.
Very glad I played these games. Definitely want to try the GBA games, Legendary Star Medal.
Absolutely. Gotta go back and watch the VOD for this. Jellyfish, I'm trying to think. Your name rings a bell. I'm trying to think. Were you here the last couple of times?
I think so.
Ooh, ice. Ooh. Ooh.
But the next game is our community pick.
Beginning Door to Phantom. Ah, gotcha.
That's it.
Well, if you are a purveyor of the Discords and whatnot, there is a community one.
Yep.
In case you want to get in on this, so on and so forth.
Luna's apparently going to rig the wheel somehow.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
How? But yeah, community's picking the next game, and then after that, it's my pick, and then it's EPC's pick, and then it's community pick. It's just how we roll.
This is how we do it.
Mm-hmm. The reveal is going to be this Saturday during the sketch night.
Rad.
This is when we're going to spin the wheel and see what we get. It's probably going to be between Inscription and Celeste.
Right.
It is going to be one of those two. There is not a third that they are tied with. And if you think there is, you are wrong.
If you think there's a third one, no, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Fool, I have a backup wheel.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. That's right. Yes.
Yes. Golly. No, don't yell at me.
I mean, I probably would like Ghost Trick, but if it's like super reliant on like touchscreen controls, because I know it was a DS game, I don't know how well we'd be able to do that. Unfortunately, that is like one of the things that, because I don't have a way to really record DS games that well. I mean, I know there's emulation, but
Golly.
go. It's gonna be Ace Attorney. It's gonna be Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Here we go. Woo!
Oh shit! Right now.
I actually really do want to play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. But that's gonna.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what's up?
Only question about the King of Sorrow at this point are: if Klonoa is a Cabot, what the hell is the king? Depressed.
What's the opposite of a Cabot? A rat. Wait.
Right.
Wait.
Racat. Rat. Oh shit! A rat.
See, now that's the thing, Pika. If it's like a thing where like everybody wants to participate in doing voices with Deltarune, because that's why people are voting for Deltarune. I know. It's not really something we do on a Monday stream.
That's something we do just like for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's not something we'd do on Twitch. That would be like just
how many people who would participate would also like to be on guard duty, manically guarding the Twitch chat from people who are going to show, because y'all know this shit. You know for a fact that the moment you ever play Undertale or Deltarune, there are people just like, oh, I'm going to tell you the ending. I'm going to tell you what it is. I can't believe that Sans killed Dumbledore.
What? No!
What? No! Yeah, like Minecraft story mode nights. Yeah. Like doing that on a Wednesday, like just in the community and whatnot, that would be more fun. Like, and if it was like, like that way, that if need be or wanted, then, like that could easily be like archived and like uploaded elsewhere after the fact.
Yeah.
Like that would be easier to maintain in that regard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because the moment you do it live, that's so risky.
Yeah.
Also, the whole comparison to Goddess Claire Lolo makes always kind of made me wonder if it had some deeper meaning. Maybe because she saved Lunatea and Klonoa did as well. But they did clearly mention that it's Klonoa's physical resemblance to her at the end of the game. What does it mean?
What am I dreaming for?
Jesus. Nah, poor Zero. I was never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there be Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series.
We
And
will,
fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see what the next game is. Got some interesting votes. But we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.